In September of 2023, a team from the International Monetary Fund, headed by Senior Mission Chief Peter Brewer, arrived in Sri Lanka to conduct the first review under the $2.9 billion Extended Fund Facility Program approved by the IMF Executive Board in March of 2023. The review commenced on the 14th of September and lasted for 2 weeks, ending on the 27th of September. However, the second tranche, which was about $330 million, was not disbursed immediately after the conclusion of the review, as the IMF highlighted shortfalls in government revenue generation and the necessity to improve tax administration. After more than 2 months in December, the IMF, which have since observed that Sri Lanka's performance under the program has been satisfactory and all quantitative performance criteria for end June, except expenditure arrears, indicative targets and tax revenues being met, approved the second tranche to Sri Lanka, bringing the total IMF financial support disbursed to the island nation to about $670 million. This marked the conclusion of the first review under the EFF program. This being the background story, the second review of the program is expected to be held in March of this year. According to State Minister of Finance Shahan Semasinga, an IMF staff team is expected to arrive in Sri Lanka next week to conduct the second review.
Any update on the IMF third tranche?
The second review will commence from the 7th of March, and we are very confident that will be a smoother review than the first review, because the first review, it was the initial stages of the implementation of the policy decisions the government had. අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා දෙවෙනි සමාලෝචනය අවසන් වුණාට පස්සේ අපිට තුන්වෙනි වාරිකය ඒ කාර්ය මණ්ඩල එකඟතාවයට ආවට පස්සේ ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා.
Given an election year this year, do you see when the targets are a bit difficult, given that you will have to reverse some of the tight fiscal policies, do you see, you will have to go to IMF and renegotiate the terms?
Well, I think you should ask that question from people who are talking about a reversal. Except the government, all the other political parties are talking about a reversal of the IMF program as well as the policies which were introduced. But I must very clearly mention the country is in the correct path. This is the way forward. It is not that we say, but the results and the figures have shown that we are on the correct path, and the international community appreciates the determination of the government, the implementation of the reform agendas, and the results what we have got. Secondly, if you think of a reversal of any other policies, or if you think of a diversion of a policy just to gain popularity among people, I can only assure you we will very soon fall back to a 10 or 100 times worse situation than what we experienced in 2022.